All right, folks. Donnie about busted his butt.
Just about.
Notice how I censored that comment because we're on YouTube. Folks, we're over here in our big building. We're going to think of a name for this building. We call it the green building because outside of it's green, but this is the one the tornado tore down, and we're trying to clean it up, straighten it up. We're going to be working in here for a while. And we've got all of Donnie's stuff that he's bought and stored over here. So one of the things we have over here is whenever we bought this building, the whole back of it
was tore off. Again,
the tornado tore this building down. We were standing in the ruins of a building. You see the brick? But they built a new building over it, a warehouse, and the back of it was all falling apart. We've got videos and pictures of all of that. But we went and we fixed all of that a while back, and we put in roll-up doors. And so we looked around and we found some garage doors that we put in. And whenever we bought them, they came with a couple garage door openers, which are about useless to us.
Yeah, we don't think we can ever use that garage door opener, or we don't think we want to ever use it.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything for us. I don't mind opening the door manually, and just in our situation.
Well, eventually we're going to rent this place out. And when we rent it out, that's just another maintenance issue.
Yeah, if you put an electric garage door opener on a building you rent, if it breaks, then you have to buy a new one to replace it and all that. So we've got these garage door openers here. We don't even think they're worth much. We might be able to sell them for $75 or something.
If they work.
If they even work. So what we're thinking about doing is scrapping them, but saving that sweet, sweet motor off of it. What do you think, Donnie?
Well, I think I got a project for that motor, and you know, the most important thing is that right there. You know what that is?
Looks like a capacitor to me.
That starts it up. That's a run capacitor. That gives it extra little boost, and what I'm thinking I'm going to need it for, I'm going to need an extra little boost. So it looks like, I looked at it here, it looks like it's half horsepower.
Half horsepower, all right.
115 or 230.
Okay, I read the other day half horsepower is about 5 amps.
And it's 1725 RPM.
1725 RPMs, okay.
That's basically all I need to know.
All right.
So I've got some squirrel cages. You know what a squirrel cage is, Ronnie?
Yes.
Wonder if they do. Do y'all know what a squirrel cage is?
If they're country, they do.
Yeah, just put it
If
down
they're
below.
watching this channel, they're country.
Yeah, they probably know. Okay, we'll go look at the squirrel cage. It's over here. Come on, Ronnie.
My job is to hold the camera steady because people are complaining to me on both of our channels that it's too.
People now, we got to.
Are you sure that motor's bad?
Yes.
This is we're trying to clean up, people. Okay, now I don't want to hear no crap. We're trying to clean up. How do you know that motor's bad?
Because I plugged it in and it blew the breaker.
Oh man, you over here blowing the breakers and stuff? Don't kill yourself now. We're on tape.
That thing slipped.
If this just drops real quick, you know we're on the way to the hospital.
Okay. So I got this old wore out motor here. It don't got no labels or nothing on it. But that's an Odie.
It's worn out, you think?
Yeah, I know it's wore out. Well, I know it's blowing breakers. It could be that the wires are touching, but... And another thing, you see that the pulley's broke. That ain't good.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's inside. Okay, well, the actual pulley's not broke.
The pulley's broken in half right there.
Oh,
The actual pulley's broke.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
But the whole thing's moving around.
Moving around. All right, so
maybe
you say...
I can pull it out here and turn it on. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, but they wouldn't stay.
Yep.
All right, so you're thinking maybe we swap it.
Yeah, see, look.
A little swappage.
That right there tells you how old it is. The little thing that says oil.
You're bleeding us out.
That's making it worse.
There we go, we can see it now. It says oil.
You open that thing up and you dump oil in there.
The new ones you don't have to service them?
No, well, they can't be serviced. They're all made in China.
Mm-hmm. You might have just slandered that motor company. They might not make those in China over there.
Oops.
We'll
I didn't mean to.
We'll look at it here in a minute, see where it's made.
The newer ones don't have that. Mm-hmm. And it's because they're cheaply made. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna pull this motor.
Yep.
Pull that motor.
Yep.
Make sure that motor is wired for 110 instead of 220.
Yep.
Put it on here.
Yep.
Change a little cord over. And plug her into the wall. And guess what? We got 2 of them that are tore up.
You never told them what a squirrel fan is.
That's this. This is
yeah, but they don't know what it's
Oh.
for. They see it. Now we're talking to the urban people. Now there's nothing wrong with being urban.
This fan, squirrel fan is in a air conditioner.
Yes.
And you pull it out, and basically it's what blows the air through the house. So you can take these out of the air conditioners when the air conditioners go bad and put a plug in on them.
And it makes a nice big fan.
It makes a nice fan, and the reason they call it a squirrel cage is because the inside of it looks like a hamster wheel that they run around.
Yeah.
So
But it's bigger, so they say squirrel cage.
Why they didn't call it a hamster wheel?
I don't know.
Now, people might not know what a hamster wheel is. Come over here and look at this side, Ronnie. That's what a hamster wheel looks like.
Yeah, you put the little. It's how they enjoy their exercise.
Yeah, they
You can almost see their little feet in there right now.
They get
doing
in there
this.
and they get to running, and it turns.
And they love it.
Yeah, they love it. So we got 2 of them. That bottom one now, I made it up where I got a side cover where you can't get your finger in.
Yeah. So tell them about the dangers of this.
Yeah, don't get your hands around it. Stay away from it.
There's stuff spinning everywhere. You could literally lose your whole hand, not just your finger, your whole hand.
And see, that bottom one's got the little wire cage on the front.
Yeah, so there's a little cage on that, so you can't get in there as easy. But there's a belt spinning on the side.
Well, that one's got a.
Oh, you got a cover on that
I
one.
got a cover on that one.
All right, so we're going to try to do this. We know that you people that watch this channel like 2 things about the channel. You like that whenever we fix something, and you like the ridiculous banter. So we're going to do both of that. So what we'll do is, now the reason we're doing this is we're trying to clean up, because Donnie says, oh, we got to save that so we can use it, and he also says, oh, we got to save that so we can use it. So we're cleaning up by getting rid of that, but saving the motor and putting it on this and fixing it, and then we only have 1 big piece of metal sitting here instead of 2.
Yeah, and it is hot. You see the sweat.
It's hot.
I would love to have this thing blowing on me right
Yeah, so we're trying to get there. Another thing about these 2 is if you get creative, depending on how redneck you want to be, you could hang it on a wall.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's pretty safe because you're not going to be able to touch it because it's up on the wall. So something like that.
Remember that auction we used to go to that had 3 or 4 of them hanging on the wall?
That's what I was thinking about when I was saying that. We used to go to an old country auction and they had them hanging up on the wall.
They had doubles.
And it puts out a lot of air, people. It's like an air conditioning without conditioned air. It just blows air. But, you know, in a hot building like this, it's not crazy hot, but it's stuffy. You know, we're in the Carolinas. The humidity's nuts. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so we'll come back whenever we get a little further along. All right, folks, so this is the one off of the garage door opener. It's actually, it looks like it's going to be a 9 amp if it's on 110 and a 4.5 amp on 230. By the way, I say 110, I mean 115 or 120, whatever people think it should be. All right. The low, there's a 1 and there's a 2. I'm talking about the 1. Okay. So it tells you here how the stuff is supposed to be wired depending on what you're trying to do. So we're trying to do 115. So see how it says black? So it says connectors, black, orange, blue, red, white, yellow. If you look down in here, it had these coming to it from the garage door opener from farther back. But if you look, those studs down there, like see how that one has just a red wire running to it from the actual motor? And then if you look close enough, there is a 3 up there. So this is terminal 3. It has a red wire running to it. If you look over here, you're shaking us, Donnie.
I'm sorry, I had to sit down.
Red wire is running to number 3 is running to the red wire is running to terminal 3 if it's 230 or 115. So that's correct. We're trying to set it up for 115. Okay. Now this one is terminal number 1. See the 1? 1. It has a black wire running to it. The black wire runs to terminal number 1, whether it's 115 or 230. So those are correct so far. Okay. Now this one is terminal number 2. Over there it says 2. You can't see it. It's under there. See it? You can barely tell. There it is. It's a 2. So it has the blue wire and the orange wire running to terminal number 2. And this one will probably tell us. So the blue wire runs to terminal number 2 on 230 or 115, and then the orange wire runs to terminal number 1 if it's 230, and terminal number 2 if it's 115. So it's wired up for 115 already. But just to check, this is terminal number 4, and it has a yellow wire and a white wire running to it down there. See it? So white and yellow, since they're both running to terminal number 4, it is wired for 115 volt. So it's already wired for 115 volt. Well, then down here it says L1 and L2, which I assume, you know what happens when you assume, means line 1 and line 2, talking about the power cord. So to make it run clockwise, you run line 1 to 3 and 4, and line 2 to 1 and 2. To make it run counterclockwise, you run line 1 to 2 and 3, and line 2 to 1 and 4. So we're going to have to make some jumpers, and we're going to have to figure out if we need to go clockwise or counterclockwise. All right, Donnie, figure out if it needs to go clockwise or counterclockwise. So how's it going to mount? It's going to be up on the top.
It's going to be here and it's going to be turning.
Turn it and see if you feel air coming out. It might be a vacuum if we don't. It's got to go that way because of the way the metal's shaped.
You can feel it there.
Oh yeah, I can feel it. Woo! Boy, that thing's going to be strong! We're going to blow our hair back. I can feel it already. Go the other way just to make sure. Yeah, that don't do nothing. Okay, so it goes that way. All right, so if the motor was mounted up on top of it.
It's good to go that way.
No, you just reversed it. Wrong way. There you go. So if the motor's up on top of it, turn it again. Yeah. Then this needs to turn counterclockwise if you're looking at it, but I always screw this up. Is it how you're looking at the end of it? I suppose it is.
Maybe we ought to get on YouTube.
We'll get on YouTube and check. So that would be counterclockwise because you're looking at it. But from the motor's perspective, that's clockwise. So that's what I don't ever get. But I think it's when you're looking at it. This would, if there was a clock hand on this, it would be turning counterclockwise to do that. So that's what we're going to do. If we mess it up, folks,
We'll just switch.
we'll just swap the wire. It won't be that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. I know some of you are getting very concerned. Okay, so we're going to put the new plug, the old plug, on the new motor, and then I'll see if I can get some jumpers on it and get it lined up where it needs to be.
The black ground wire?
Yeah. Boy, they gave me so much hell over putting a red ground wire in an arcade game. Oh my God, it's like it was the end of the freaking world.
Put your little tape on there and forget about it.
Yeah, I did. They thought, oh, that's worse.
That was
Because I used black tape. Oh, black's not ground, great's ground. But it's DC. In DC, black's often ground. In an arcade game, black was ground. We don't have the right tools. We do, but we don't have them right here next to us. Did you pull the stud out, Donnie?
Did I pull stud up? No, I did not pull stud up, but I thought the whole damn stud was turning.
All right, so we're going to hook one up to terminal 1 and one up to terminal 3, and then we're going to make jumpers out of the wires that were already on there, so we can use the little spade connectors that are on the side to make the little jump that it needs to make it go counterclockwise.
Now, I'm sitting here trying to get these loose, and why didn't you tell me just use the old nuts off the other one?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
God almighty. See, people, that's why you keep your old nuts.
Definitely keep your old. I mean, definitely keep your old nut. I mean, come on now. Keep your old nuts. We're making little jumpers, people. Look at that. Boy, it's gonna be pretty. So we twisted it all together, got it doing its thing.
I'm gonna go down here and cover that little piece there where nobody will bitch.
Mm-hmm. It's so much easier whenever people ain't watching us do it.
Yeah. So much easier. But then everybody wants to see it.
I know.
And then you're like, come on, people.
People want us to show our work. And then whenever we do, they complain about it. I don't know about that.
But the good thing about it is...
Most people don't, though. Do you know that? It's an illusion. One person complains. There's 100 people to watch the video that don't even leave a comment.
Yeah.
For each one person that complains. And then you get about 10 people leaving a comment laughing and having a good time like we are. This is a temporary thing, people. This is just the thing that you plug into the wall. This is not like a permanent fixture or anything. We're getting it.
We're getting it.
All right, so we got the wires in there, and we're making 2 little jumpers. We're gonna jumper them, and it'll be real easy to swap it if we figure out that it's not counterclockwise, it needs to be clockwise. But we'll figure all that out. Okay, so we are 115, and we're trying to go counterclockwise. So we need to connect 2 and 3 and 1 and 4. So we ran 1 wire from the wall to 3 and 1 wire from the wall to 1. So now we're going to connect 2 to 3 and 1 to 4. And the way we're doing that is these little connectors have a little spade connector on the side of each one of them. So, but those little jumpers, we can just slide onto that, which connects 2 and 3, and then the same over there, which connects 1 and 4. And then we can put the plate back on it, make it all safe and secure. Now,
somebody gonna complain.
Of course. But the what was I going to say? What were we talking about?
We was talking about 1 and 4 and 3 and 4 counterclockwise.
Oh yeah, so that's counterclockwise. Now the little wires were the ones that were still in there, running from the control board of the garage door opener. And the reason they had it hooked up with 4 separate wires is because they want the ability to turn it clockwise and counterclockwise, so they can open and close it.
Close. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what time it is.
I think we're gonna have to
plug it. We're going to have to plug it in. Now, so I'm gonna have you plug it in, and I'm gonna stand here with this board. So if it starts like frying you or something, I'm gonna whack the hell out of you with that board and knock you over to break the electrical connection.
Please don't hit me with no board. Now, look, the easiest thing to do is just reach up there and hit the breaker. Okay?
All right. Damn, I never get to have any fun. Which one is it?
I don't know, just shut them all off if it gets me.
I think it's this one. Let's see. It ain't that one. That was the refrigerator.
Don't turn the refrigerator off.
Okay, it's this one. All right, so I know which one to hit. Now, if we're going to jump, Donnie, it's going to go all over the place.
Woo! Damn. Why did you wait so long?
I thought you were faking it.
God almighty.
Okay, let's try it. Let's do it live. Wait a minute. You know what we could do is have you plug it in and then I turn the breaker on. That way you don't get killed.
Get it.
All right, she's working.
See all that dust fly out of the back of her?
The damn thing's turning clockwise.
Let's just plug it in and see what the hell goes on.
I'm sure it was turning clockwise from the way we were looking. See, I knew it. It's from the side of the motor. The motor's the only thing that cares if it's clockwise or counterclockwise.
Okay, look,
why would they do it like that? This is a bunch of crap, people.
Look at this. They use a square-headed nut.
Boy, you just pull all kinds of tricks.
And it just slides in there. Now, to put tension on there, they just, nothing. You use this and then you screw that in and it'll jack the, I'll show all that to you when I get ready.
Yeah, we're experts. Wait, I should tell them. It's a joke, people. We're obviously not experts, but we get it. We get there.
Eventually, we get there.
We're gonna figure it out. One man's trash is another man's electrocution hazard. All right, so you can adjust it up.
Got a little foot down there.
Got a little foot that goes down that pushes it off of the cage, so you can get your right tension on your belt, because this pulley's a lot smaller than the other one that was on there. Boy, we might end up with some nice piece of stuff after this.
Maybe.
We could spray paint it and pimp it out. Boy, it'd probably be pretty cool. It'd look good blue.
The other one's blue. There ain't no reason.
It'd look better brown.
There ain't no reason to make it real tight, you know. Hell, I like a little slippage. In case something goes ape shit, we won't burn.
Yeah, you want it to wobble a little bit. I mean, oh, I should turn on the lights again. Folks, would you look at that squirrel cage? Have you ever seen a finer piece of cobbled together machinery?
That was a pretty good word there, cobbled.
Cobbled together. Boy, you getting it all tight and everything. That damn thing's probably going to work properly. But I think it's turning backwards for real. For realsies.
The only problem with these damn things.
There, wait, it's done. They're not all that portable.
Ah.
Woo! Woo, lordy!
Lordy. It won't reach.
Yep. And watch the belt there, Donnie.
It is a little crooked, ain't it?
A little bit. Wrong way, bigger than hell. Ain't that some crap?
Wrong way.
Yeah. So all we got to do is reverse the two jumpers, people. Let's do that real quick. All right, folks, we reversed them. Show them the air, Donnie. How she feel?
Feels voluptuous.
Voluptuous. Woo! Boy, we got some hillbilly air conditioning now. Man, that's a hell of a lot better than it was, really. All of our problems are behind us, people. Woo-wee! Woo! That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right, folks, so there you go. We made it happen. We took a electric motor off one thing and put it on another thing. I think that's what they were really designed for, actually, you know.
We took 2 pieces of trash and made 1 piece of treasure.
It does look like a treasure. I kind of like it.
That's good.
All right, folks, so leave your comments down below. Tell us everything we did wrong and how you would have done it better. Make sure to give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film this for you. I hope you enjoyed it, people. This is, you know, you should understand the spirit behind what we're doing here. We're just trying to have a good time, not get electrocuted, and make a funny video.
Give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, folks.